The First Lady of Oman visits Cairo, Egypt. The Sovereign Prince Family of Monaco attends the first edition of the Chocolate Show in Port Hercule. Prince Sverre Magnus of Norway visits the Norwegian Armed Forces in northern Norway. The King of Tonga opens a new school in Matatoa. And Princess Aiko of Japan opens an exhibition in Tokyo. All this and much more coming up next on your Royal Daily News. Good afternoon, everyone. I hope you're doing well. My name is Alexandra, and welcome to your Royal Daily News for Saturday, May 11th, 2024. This afternoon, Her Imperial Highness, Princess Aiko of Japan, presided over the opening of the special exhibition entitled Dreaming Genji, Diagonal Reading of Heian Literature at the Archives, held at the National Archives of Japan in the Shiota Ward of Tokyo. This is the first time the princess, who is the only daughter of Emperor Naruhito and Empress Masako of Japan, has carried out a solo official engagement. In a press release from the National Archives of Japan, the special exhibition, quote, introduces materials related to Heian literature, with a focus on the tale of Genji and its commentaries, under the theme of dreams. In waka poems and stories, dreams are depicted as being a message from the gods or Buddha, a message from the dead, or something with mysterious powers. It is one of the beliefs and cultures of the time, and by reading these, you can get closer to the spiritual world of the Heian aristocrats. End quote. Princess Aiko, who graduated from Gakushuin University on March 20th with a major in Japanese classical literature, was asked by representatives from the National Archives of Japan to open their exhibition. Meanwhile, Her Imperial Highness, Princess Kako of Akishino, as honorary president, attended the Forest and Flower Festival Green Thanksgiving ceremony in Tokyo. The ceremony honors and recognizes companies that have made a contribution to, quote, sustainability and green promotion, end quote. On Thursday in Tokyo, His Imperial Majesty, Emperor Naruhito of Japan, presided over the Grand Cordon ceremony of spring investitures held in the Matsunoma State Room at the Imperial Palace. The Grand Cordon ceremony honors individuals who have made a significant contribution to Japan and Japanese society. After the ceremony, in which 13 medals were presented, the emperor gave a speech, stating, quote, I would like to express my deep gratitude to all of you for your hard work over the years in your respective duties, and for the service you have given to the country, society, and people, end quote. In Matatoa, Their Majesties, King Topu VI and Queen Nanasapa'u Tuku'oho of Tonga, and His Royal Highness, Crown Prince Toputoa Ulukalala of Tonga, presided over the inauguration of the Anastasis College. The Church of Tonga operates the school. Classes offered at the new school include engineering, agriculture, and technical and vocational studies. On Friday, Their Majesties, King Rama X and Queen Sothoda of Thailand, presided over the 2024 Royal Plowing Day in Bangkok. According to Thai PBS World, Royal Plowing Day is an ancient ceremony celebrated in Thailand, marking the beginning of the rice-growing season. The purpose of the ceremony is to invoke many blessings for a successful harvest. Quote, normally oxen are used to plow a ceremonial furrow, and various seeds are sown to predict the agricultural prospects for the year ahead. This year, 2 sacred oxen chose grass, water, and alcohol, predicting sufficient water, good rice crops, plentiful food and fruits, and economic prosperity, end quote. In Oslo, the Royal Court of Norway announced that His Highness, Prince Sverre Magnus of Norway, visited Setermoen and the Army's Brigade Nord in April. The visit was the Norwegian Armed Forces' gift to the prince, in connection with his 18th birthday in December last year. During the visit to Setermoen, the prince received an introduction to the Norwegian Armed Forces and the Brigade Nord's departments at the camp in Indre Troms. Quote, soldiers from the Armored Battalion, the Artillery Battalion, and the Intelligence Battalion gave demonstrations, showed the prince around, and shared their experiences. The chief of the Norwegian Defense, General Erik Kristoffersen, and the chief of the Norwegian Army, Major General Lars Lervik, accompanied the prince throughout the day. During the visit to the Intelligence Battalion, the prince also received, among other things, information on the use of drones, and training and the opportunity to fly a drone himself. The day ended with a field dinner outside the training area prepared jointly by the prince and the conscript soldiers. End quote. Just on a side note, I have to say that Prince Sverre Magnus looks so much like King Olaf. Don't you think? Or do you think he looks like King Harald V? On Wednesday, Their Majesties King Carl Gustaf and Queen Sylvia of Sweden presided over the inauguration of the 2024 Soliden Outdoor Exhibitions at Soliden Castle on the island of Öland. The exhibitions will be open to the public from May 8th through September 29th, 2024. On Tuesday, Her Majesty Queen Margrethe of Denmark presided over the 2024 Craftsman Association's medal presentation held at the Copenhagen City Hall. The Copenhagen Craftsman Association presents medals to outstanding, quote, newly trained craftsmen who have excelled at their apprentice test every year. Grants worth over 1.4 million Danish krone were also awarded to some of the 90 new apprentices, who are divided between 21 different subjects. End quote. This morning, Her Majesty Queen Mathilde of the Belgians participated in the 5th edition of the Belgian Coast Walk. According to the Royal Court of Belgium, the 25-kilometer walk between Westende and La Panne took the hikers through dunes, beaches, harbors, and forests. On Wednesday, His Majesty King Philippe of the Belgians officially opened the 2024 Special Olympics National Games. This year, over 3,400 athletes, 1,200 coaches, and 2,000 volunteers will participate in the 4-day games in 20 sports disciplines. This afternoon, Her Royal Highness, Princess Beatrix of the Netherlands, visited the Eendracht Ma Macht Mill on the occasion of National Mill Day. And I'm pretty sure I butchered Eendracht Ma Macht Mill, so please forgive me. On Friday in Luxembourg City, the Cour Grand Ducal released several never-before-seen photos of His Royal Highness Prince Charles of Luxembourg on the occasion of his 4th birthday. Happy birthday. Oh, he's so sweet. On Thursday, His Royal Highness Grand Duke Henri of Luxembourg celebrated Europe Day 2024 in Kirchberg. During the celebrations, the Grand Duke viewed the interactive exhibition entitled The Europe Experience. According to the Cour Grand Ducal, the exhibition, quote, explains the history and functioning of the European Union. The experience is completed by a 360-degree immersion in a plenary session of the European Parliament. End quote. This morning, His Serene Highness, Prince Albert II of Monaco, attended the 14th Historic Grand Prix of Monaco qualifying round in Monte Carlo. On Thursday, in Port Hercule, the Sovereign Prince, accompanied by His Serene Highness, Hereditary Prince Jacques of Monaco, and Her Serene Highness, Princess Gabriella of Monaco, attended the first edition of the chocolate show held at the Riva Tunnel. According to the Monaco-based magazine QE Magazine, the chocolate show was established by Ms. Maria Bologna and intends to, quote, highlight the creativity of young artists invited to sculpt inspired works in blocks of chocolate to the theme chosen this year, the single-seaters competing at the historic Monaco Grand Prix. But there will also be no lack of generosity, since whose ephemeral sculptures are then auctioned off for the benefit of some charities in the Principality of Monaco. End quote. Thereafter, in Le Condamine, the Sovereign Prince, accompanied by his nephew, Mr. Louis Ducreuil, presided over the inauguration of the exhibition entitled Ferrari F1 in Monaco, History and Victories, at the Cars Collection of His Serene Highness the Prince of Monaco Museum. On Wednesday, in Berlin, Germany, the Sovereign Prince gave the opening speech during Day 2 of the third plenary session of the Arctic Circle Berlin Forum held at the Radial System Culture and Event Center. Held under the theme, The Arctic at Crossroads, Science, Climate Policy in Europe, the two-day forum was organized in cooperation with the German Arctic Office at the Alfred Wegener Institute and hosted by the German Federal Ministry of Education and Research. On Thursday, His Majesty, King Charles III of the United Kingdom, as Colonel-in-Chief, met with members of the 3 Royal School of Military Engineering, the training base for the Army's Royal Engineers at Gibraltar Barracks in Minley. According to Buckingham Palace, during the visit, the King spoke to, quote, officers from the 8th Engineer Brigade headquarters, which supports Ukrainian training and critical national infrastructure. Additionally, the brigade ensures its troops are ready to support NATO and operations in the Middle East at short notice. End quote. Back in London, Her Royal Highness, the Duchess of Edinburgh, attended the 2024 Chartered Management Institute Women Conference. In Cairo, Her Highness, the Honorable Lady Saida Ahad bint Abdullah Al Busadiya, the First Lady of Oman, began her official visit to the Arab Republic of Egypt on Wednesday at the invitation of the First Lady, Entisar El-Sisi. The visit began with a private meeting between Her Highness and the First Lady of Egypt at Al Quba Palace. In the afternoon, Her Highness and the First Lady visited the Grand Egyptian Museum in Cairo. This was followed by a visit to the Children's Cancer Hospital. In the evening, the First Lady of Egypt hosted a gala dinner in honor of Her Highness's official visit. On Thursday afternoon, His Highness, Crown Prince Saeed Thayazin bin Haytham Al Saeed of Oman, arrived in Doha, Qatar, to hold a meeting with His Highness Sheikh Tamim bin Hamad Al Thani, the Emir of Qatar, at Lusail Palace. According to a press release from the Royal Court of the Sultanate of Oman, it noted that the discussions focused on regional and international issues of mutual concern. Moreover, quote, ways to strengthen bilateral ties between the two countries. End quote. On Friday in Ras Al Khaimah, His Highness Sheikh Zayed bin Zakir Al Qasimi, the ruler of Ras Al Khaimah, held a meeting with the ambassador of the People's Republic of China to the United Arab Emirates, Mr. Zhang Yiming, and his economic delegation at the Royal Palace in Zakir bin Mohammed City. According to a press release, the discussions focused on, quote, opportunities for strengthening diplomatic relations and developing strategic partnerships with the People's Republic of China across various sectors, specifically investment opportunities in Ras Al Khaimah. The ambassador was joined in the meeting by representatives from Chinese financial institutions, construction companies, the energy sectors, and the country's media outlets to discuss areas of collaboration with officials from various Ras Al Khaimah institutions, including RAK Gas, Marjan, and Ras Al Khaimah Economic Zone. End quote. For those of you who don't know, Ras Al Khaimah is a part of the UAE. It's the northernmost part of the UAE. It's just above Sharjah and Ajman and Al Quwain, and it borders Oman. It's really beautiful. And finally, on Friday in Tirana, it was announced that their Royal Highnesses, Prince Leka and Princess Aliyah of Albania, are officially divorced. According to the Albanian newspaper Tema, the Albanian court agreed to dissolve their marriage on April 25, 2004. Quote, court records state that there were 3 reasons that led to their marriage to divorce: constant conflicts, lack of communication, and disruption of coexistence. Reasons which have been accepted by both Aliyah and Leka. End quote. The court also decided that Aliyah would receive the couple's 257 square meter apartment in Tirana, a 134 square meter shop, which is at the first floor of the apartment building, as well as 2 47 square meter parking spaces. Princess Geraldine will live with her mother. Prince Leka will pay child support until the princess is 18 years old. Should Aliyah remarry or live with another man before Princess Geraldine turns 18 years old, Aliyah will, quote, lose all of her rights, including child support, end quote. Prince Leka and Aliyah were married on October 8, 2016 at the Royal Palace in Tirana. On October 22, 2020, the royal couple welcomed their first child, Her Royal Highness Princess Geraldine of Albania. On January 15, 2024, the Royal Court of Albania announced, on behalf of Prince Leka, that the couple had decided to divorce. On March 5, 2024, a shocking video of Prince Leka being violently attacked by Aliyah was leaked to the press and online. In the video, the prince is trying to run away from Aliyah, as she is seen repeatedly punching him, as well as verbally abusing him. So how did the video land in the hands of the press and online? Well, as it turns out, an employee at the Tirana Police Department leaked the video for profit. Now that Aliyah is out of the picture, thank God, Prince Leka is happy again. He has a new girlfriend. And there you have it. Thank you all so much for joining me this afternoon. I really do appreciate it. Thank you. I will be back on Monday, May 13th, with all the latest royal news and events. Until then, I sincerely wish each and every one of you a wonderful weekend. And don't forget to like, share, and subscribe, comment below, and click on the notification bell so you won't miss a new episode. Have a wonderful weekend, everyone, and I will see you all on Monday. Take care.